Good morning, first grade. Today's the day. It's our very last math lesson together. You're almost official second graders. Let's get started on this last math lesson and take a look at our packed vision. All right, like always, we're going to have a positive attitude. It's going to be extra easy today because it's our last lesson together. We're going to be respectful to our family who's helping us learn today. We're going to keep trying, even if the math starts to feel a little bit hard. And last but not least, we're going to be brave and take risks and try new strategies together. All right, let's take a look at our learning target. Today we are learning to add groups of cubes by tens and ones. This is more practice like we did last week. We are also learning to subtract groups of 10 and write equations that match what's happening with the cubes. And then we are going to learn to add and subtract groups of 10 using a 100 grid. We're going to do all of this learning together in Unit 7, Modules 3 and 4. Our page numbers are T8, T4, 66, T1, and 65. Let's get started. All right, here we go, first grade. We are going to write and solve an addition equation to match each picture. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to look at how many cubes are in the first part, how many cubes are in the second part. We're going to record that for the first part of our equation, and then our job is to find the sum, which means the total cubes all together, because we can see a plus symbol right in the middle. I still want you to use all of your good strategies about counting by tens and ones. So we can prove that this is 18 because we can see a stick of 10. Okay, if you don't believe me, you always want to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This dark line right here helps me see this as two groups of 10, or excuse me, two groups of 5. And I know that 5 and 5 is 10. So anytime I see this stick, I'm going to know that it's 10. And then I can count these by ones, or I can see them in groups. I see a little group of 4 and another little group of 4, and I know that 4 plus 4 is 8. If you're not sure, you could always count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Some of us might know, oh, 10 and 8 is 18. If you're not quite sure, you could count on 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, so we write that. And here, 2 sticks of 10, I know that in a snap is 20. I don't need to count that by ones. I don't even need to count it by tens in first grade. I don't think you will either. Now we need to find the sum or the total. So first I'm going to join all of my tens. I see a 10 here, here, and here. 3 tens. 10, 20, 30. 3 tens is the same as 30. Now I need to add on these ones. Some of us might feel comfortable saying, oh, 30 and 8 is 38. If you're not quite sure, you can double check by counting with tens and ones. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. First grade, please finish this section. Pause the video. All right, now we get to do some subtraction, and we're going to write our equations with 2 different strategies. So we're going to write 2 equations to match each of these pictures. One equation, we're going to think about these sticks of tens as how many tens? 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens. The other equation we write, we're going to be thinking about how many individual cubes. Like when we say 110, it's really 10 cubes, okay? Let's take a look at this first one together. So this first number is going to represent how many cubes we had in the beginning before they were X'd out. So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tens. Do you see that, first grade? I have 8 tens, or you could even say sticks of 10. 8 sticks of 10. This second number, they want to know how many were crossed out. How many sticks of 10? So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sticks of 10 were crossed out. And this last number is the difference, or how many are left. And I can see that's 1, 2, 3 tens, 3 sticks of tens. So 8 tens, subtract or take away 5 tens, leaves me with 3 tens. Now we're not done with this picture yet. Now we want to write an equation thinking about the number of cubes. So 8 tens, or 8 sticks of 10, is really the same as 80 cubes. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 cubes. 80 little guys right there. 80 of those. Okay, then 5 sticks of 10, that's the same as taking away 50 little cubes. And how many cubes does it leave me? It leaves me with 30 little cubes. Okay. First grade, I'd like you to continue this practice. Pause the video and finish this page now. All right. Down here, we want to just practice some subtracting. We can use some of these pictures above to help us to solve these problems if you need it. You could also think of your little fingers as sticks of 10, if that's helpful. So if you had 30 subtract 10, this could be thought of as 3 sticks of 10. Each one of those little tallies is a 10. And I'm going to take away 1. How many sticks of 10 do I have left? I have 2 sticks of 10. So I have 2 left over here, but I'm going to say 20 because 2 tens are the same as 20. I'm going to add a label here. 10 sticks. I don't want anybody to be confused that I think that those are ones, okay? Those are 10 sticks. Let's try one more. If I have 40 subtract 20, okay, I have 4 sticks of 10, and I'm going to subtract 20, which is 2 sticks of 10. That leaves me with 2 sticks of 10. That's the same as 20. First grade, pause the video and finish this practice now. All right, this might look a little bit familiar. Last week we had an activity kind of like this, but this one's a little bit more fun, I think, because you get to color with it, okay? So we are going to solve each one of these equations, and we're going to color the answer, or the total, or the difference, with the color that it says. So you're going to need yellow, could be a marker, or a crayon, or a colored pencil. You need black, you need blue, you need orange, and you're going to need brown. Those are all the colors you're going to need, okay? Now we're going to start with one problem and start solving. So first I'm going to work on all the numbers that are going to be yellow. So if I have 19 and I subtract 10, let's see where I land. First I'm going to find 19. I'm going to subtract 10, but I'm not going to count back by ones, first grade. This is the work we've been practicing. We're going to trust, because we know that on a 100 grid, there's 10 in every row. So if I want 10 less, I'm going to make a motion like this. I'm going to go in the direction where the numbers get less, and I'm going to go up one row. Here's where I land, the number 9. If you want to color at the very end, you could just write 9 right there, and remember that you're going to go back and color that. Or right now you could get that crayon or that colored pencil and you could color the number 9 yellow. Okay, let's try one more. Up here we have 20 subtract 10. So again, we're going to find that 20. We're going to subtract 10 by going, subtraction means I'm going to get less. 10 means one row up. That's where the numbers get less. And I land right here on the number 10. And I'm going to color it yellow. If I want to do my coloring later, I could just write the 10 right there to remind me. Okay. First grade, the next part for orange, oh, even some blues. Oh, and some blacks. Guys, look at, they mix up the addition and subtraction. So make sure you're paying attention to that symbol. Are they asking you to subtract, or are they asking you to add? Okay, this is going to be a really good clue for you, because if your picture turns out wonky, it might be because you've subtracted or added when you shouldn't have. So pay attention to those symbols, okay? We want to notice those. You can pause the video, finish solving these problems and coloring in the hundreds grade. I can't wait to see what it's going to be. All right, first grade, we're going to be doing some adding with tens again and writing those equations. So let's take a look at this first one together. So the first part, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. That's my first part. And my second part, I can just see two tens and I know that that's 20. If you're not sure, you could count 10, 20. Now I need to know the total. Okay, so I'm going to start by joining my tens and then adding on my ones. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. First grade, don't be afraid to count these 10 sticks by 10, okay? Don't be afraid to do that. You don't have to start with 64 and count on by tens. That might stretch your brain. The other thing I want you to remember is when you switch to counting these ones, we have to count by ones. We can only count by tens when we see that there are 10 cubes in a 10 stick, okay? These are a 10, these are not, these are ones. Go ahead and pause the video and finish this work now. All right, we have more hundreds grid work. We have another mystery picture to unveil. For this picture, you're going to need purple, you're going to need green, and you're going to need orange. This is a lot like the last 100 grid that we did. This one might be a nice time to take a break if you're feeling like, oh, another one of these. It's good practice to add and subtract groups of 10, but if you need a break, take a break and you can finish this up on another day. That's fine, but do what's working best for your family. Okay, Ben. First grade, you did it! Now, before you throw that math paper up in the air and celebrating being done with first grade math, I want you to take a picture of it, send it to Mrs. Bauman, Mrs. Larson, and I so we can celebrate with you. I am so proud of all the hard work you've done. You guys deserve a big pat on the back. Feel good about all the hard work you've accomplished this week. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.